Social media content production and marketing is not always easy, trust me. I have been regularly producing and posting content for the last 4 years every single week. I produce 1 YouTube video per week, 1 podcast per week, and at least 4 social media posts per week across all of my different channels that include quotes, pictures, videos, of course, illustrations, and I know that it requires a lot of time, energy, focus, attention, maybe even money, and lots of passion. Especially when you don't see the needle move as quickly as you would like it to in terms of numbers. Can you relate? Leave me a me too in the comments if you feel the same way. But I had one of these days today where I was sitting in front of my computer. I had my morning blocked to create new content and to produce new content, and I felt a little bit stuck. And this was obviously not the very first time that I felt like this. So I thought today, why don't I take you a little bit along my own journey and I take you on these ideas that I do when I feel a little bit stuck and when I feel demotivated to keep on going. So I would say, let's get started. Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are here for the very first time, welcome. Super excited to have you. I hope that you have a little bit of time for me and you're sitting down right now because you feel super discouraged and super unmotivated to keep on going on your social media channels. Trust me, I have been feeling the same way many times over the course of the last 4 years because I know it's not easy. I know you don't always feel the most creative. So I wanted to sit down and brainstorm a couple of ideas with you together in order to help you understand, hey, there's actually a way out of this and I can find that inspiration again. So I have a couple of different things for you today and I really hope that you find them helpful. And if you do, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what works for you, what worked for you, what you even maybe tested out, and let me know what you do in order to find motivation when you're not feeling super inspired to post on your social media channels. So let's jump into the first idea that I have for you today. The first thing, honestly, that I do when I feel super discouraged and demotivated to keep on going is that I actually look through all of the content that I have created so far. I look at how far I have come. And this might sound a little bit silly, but it is really powerful. And I don't want to toot my own horn and I don't want to sound kind of weird here, but I really sit down and I scroll through my Instagram account or I scroll through my YouTube account, and I've created, for example, over 340 YouTube videos over the last 4 years, and it amazes me. It amazes me and it makes me proud of myself to think I've actually stuck through this for such a long period of time. Why would I give up now? And sometimes I feel like I don't really have any good ideas of what I could create YouTube videos about or what I could write about. And then when I look back, it's really interesting because those are usually the most powerful posts or the most powerful videos that I had created because I was just myself, I was human, and I got a little bit more personal on the YouTube videos as well. And I shared my own journey and I shared my own experiences. And that always inspires me and encourages me to keep on going, and it gives me that little tinkling of I can't give up now. I can't give up now and I can't stop now because I don't want to break that discipline. I don't want to break that journey that I have created for myself. The second thing that I want you to do is I want you to really think about, why did I actually start this? Why did I start this company? Why did I start this channel? Why did I start this Instagram account? And why are you here to motivate and inspire others? Because obviously we are not always feeling motivated and inspired and we feel that energy that we want to bring out to other people, right? But this is a really powerful question that you can ask yourself, obviously, in order to reconnect to your own purpose, to reconnect to the message. And the most important thing is that you didn't just start a channel in order to make money. Maybe that's kind of the background behind it, but maybe it is because you're super passionate to share about how to start a YouTube channel, or you're super passionate about mental health, or you're super passionate about cooking and about vlogging, right? No matter what it is, it's beautiful that you're doing it, and you should absolutely keep on going, because we need absolutely your voice in this world, and people are looking for you. And one of the things that I always think about when I'm going through other social media accounts and things like that is, you never know who you are inspiring today. You never know where this message goes to today, right? Because let's be honest, social media is here to stay, and that is my point number 3, by the way. Social media will never go away. Social media will always be important, because people turn to social media in order to find inspiration, in order to find help, in order to find insights or answers to the questions that people have in these moments, and you are going to be there. You're going to be there as an expert. You're going to be there because you didn't give up, and you believed in yourself and in your business and in the work that you're doing, because it is absolutely super necessary and important. One of the things that I'm, for example, doing is I am creating space for myself to reflect on all of these different questions that I just mentioned to you in the first 3 steps today. Because it is super important to create space. I think it is incredibly difficult to be creative when you are having a difficult day, or when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed. That's obviously not the space that you want to create from. So if you are feeling that way, I would absolutely encourage you to practice some self-care. And there's obviously a ton of different videos on my YouTube channel to learn about self-care tools on how to maximize your productive workday. But sometimes we just need space. Sometimes we just need the time to take a deep breath and to really reconsider, why am I doing this? Is this still the right thing? Do I need to pivot? Do I want to pivot? Should I pivot? Right? All of these different things. So today it actually was perfect, because as I mentioned, I actually had my morning blocked out to record YouTube videos, but it took me already 3 hours to just go through this whole process of reflection and brainstorming and really getting clear on what I want to record. And then I also need to get ready in order to sit down in front of the camera. And it happened that I had one client that actually postponed her meeting today, and then I actually went ahead and postponed another meeting that I had on my calendar today, in order to completely free up my day today just for myself, just to sit here to reflect, and then obviously also to sit here to record and to make sure that even this message is going out into the world and is coming to you, because it is important for me that you know that you are not the only person that is sometimes feeling deflated when it comes to social media content production and marketing. It is not easy. So let's shift gears a little bit and talk a little bit about idea generation. I know that idea generation, trust me, as a YouTuber, having done this for 4 years consecutively, is not always easy. But as you all know, there's a beautiful tool nowadays that's called Chat GBT, and I was really curious to test it out. So I actually sat down this morning, I signed up for a Chat GBT account, and I started to use it. I started to generate ideas with Chat GBT, and honestly, my mind was absolutely blown. Wow, I couldn't believe what amazing ideas Chat GBT came up with. And I feel like the more you actually learn how to use Chat GBT, the more you understand how deep you can go and how many different ideas you can generate. So that was absolutely fantastic. And then the next thing that I did is I actually went over to my YouTube channel. I opened my TubeBuddy. If you don't have TubeBuddy, highly encourage you to get that tool. There's a link here below where you can sign up for your own TubeBuddy account, and that's obviously always given me a super interesting insights in terms of what are titles that are scoring super well, what is the competition on certain titles and certain keywords, and so on and so on. So really great tool. Also use this, for example, for keywords, for tags, all of the different things. But anyway, I used ChatGPT in order to generate ideas, then I used TubeBuddy in order to see how well it's ranking, and then I obviously chose a specific topic that I want to talk about today. And actually this video and the other video that I'm going to record today are both generated ideas with ChatGPT, and I think it's pretty cool. Now then, once you start to get a little bit inspired again, right? Because you actually don't have to come up with the ideas. Chat GBT is doing it for you, which is kind of crazy. Then you can obviously kind of go down a little bit of a rabbit hole in terms of analytics of your own YouTube channel account. And that's the next thing that I did today. I honestly don't spend a lot of time on that, and especially not enough time to look at all of the different numbers. I don't usually spend every week, let's say, or every month on where are my videos ranked, how well are they doing, are they being watched, are they being liked, are they being commented on, how many people are actually subscribing on this video, and so on and so on. But this morning I felt a little bit more inspired and I had a lot more questions on my mind for these particular things, and so I sat down and I actually did a lot of analytics and I went down a lot of different directions, because here's the other thing. I think there's obviously a million different video ideas that you can generate, and there's a million different videos that you can create and produce, but one of the big questions that I always ask myself is this actually in line with the business and purpose that I'm super passionate about, right? Do I really want to talk about these things, or is that just completely going away from from the topics that I usually talk about? And there's definitely one part of my YouTube channel where I'm talking more about business and about how I'm building this business, and I'm super passionate about this because I obviously learned so many different things along the way over the last 4 years on how to use YouTube and how to generate videos, how to produce videos, how to post videos, at what time, and so on, right? We all know there's a lot of different questions that we can ask ourselves. But long story short, so I went down, I looked at all of the different analytics, and I created 2 videos today. One that I was really passionate about, which is this one, and then I'm going to record another video today actually, which is about how to stop overthinking and how to quiet and calm your mind, because that's another thing that I'm currently really struggling with. And so, you know, and that made me really inspired and really excited, and all of a sudden there they were, my 2 ideas. I sat down and I wrote all of the different notes about the things that I wanted to chat with you about today, and here I am producing finally that video that I have been thinking about, or that has been wanting to get out of me. And that's how you kind of find the inspiration again. And let's be honest, sometimes this works and sometimes this totally doesn't work. Today could have gone in either direction, right? Either I could have found all of the amazing ideas and things that I did find and inspired me to actually sit down today and record this video, or I could have just maybe felt even more depressed and even more anxious, and I would have maybe even more overthought all of the different things that I could and could not do, or, you know, ask myself if I'm really good enough to produce these videos, right? Those are all of the different things, let's be honest, that we sometimes have on our minds. And when I would have gone in the other direction and I would have really felt no inspiration at all, then I would have probably gone for a walk. I really like to go for walks in nature, outside, get some fresh air, move my body, because sometimes we need that space in order to just breathe and reflect and be ourselves. And honestly, I don't want to promise too much here right now, but very often when I'm going for a walk and when I'm like, I'm not going to do anything today, I am absolutely happy with the lowest minimum. I have very low expectations of how my day is going to progress, and then all of a sudden there is the idea. So sometimes completely letting go of the expectations, usually very high expectations that you have of yourself, can really help to make a difference and find that creativity again. Because I know that you are a super creative person and there are so many things within you that you would like to share with the world. So don't ever doubt yourself for 1 minute and just keep on going.